Here's something nobody tells you about getting older. The freedom to say no becomes your greatest gift. But why does it still feel so hard? Before we dive in, do me a favor. Drop the word peace in the comments if you're ready to put yourself first for once. I read every single one, and it helps me know what resonates with you. Now let's talk about something that's been weighing on your heart. You've spent decades being available for your children, for your spouse, for neighbors who needed favors, friends who needed listening ears, family members who assumed you'd always say yes. And you did say yes, didn't you? Because that's what good women do. That's what you were taught. But here's the truth that changes everything. Saying no isn't selfish. It's sacred. Think about the last time someone asked something of you. Maybe it was babysitting the grandchildren again, even though you had plans. Maybe it was hosting another holiday dinner when your body ached with exhaustion. Maybe it was lending money you couldn't afford to lose, and you said yes because the word no felt like a stone in your throat. That feeling, that heaviness, that's not love, that's guilt. And guilt has been running your life long enough. Let me tell you what saying no actually means. It means you understand that your time is valuable, your energy is limited, your peace is non-negotiable. These aren't selfish truths, these are survival truths. And at this stage of life, survival means choosing what nourishes you, not what drains you. The women who learn to say no without guilt share something in common. They stopped waiting for permission to protect themselves. They realized that people who truly love them will respect their boundaries. And those who don't, well, that tells you everything you need to know. Now stick with me because I'm about to share the exact framework that makes saying no feel natural instead of terrifying. Here's where most women get stuck. They think saying no requires a long explanation, a justified reason, an apology wrapped in 5 different ways. But that's the trap. Every explanation you give becomes an invitation for someone to talk you out of your decision. So here's the framework. I can't do that, or that doesn't work for me. That's it. Clean, simple, complete. No, I'm sorry, but no, I wish I could, but just a clear, kind statement. Because you don't owe anyone a detailed breakdown of why you're protecting your peace. And yes, people will push back at first. They'll be surprised, maybe even hurt, because you've trained them to expect your yes. But their discomfort is not your responsibility to fix. Let me say that again because it's important. Their discomfort is not your responsibility to fix. What happens next is where real freedom lives. When you start saying no to what depletes you, you create space for what fulfills you. That book you've been meaning to read. That hobby you abandoned decades ago. Those quiet mornings with coffee and sunlight. That's not indulgence. That's reclaiming your life. And speaking of reclaiming your life, I want to tell you about something that's helped countless women find their footing in this journey. There's a book called A Guide to a Peaceful Life, and it's specifically written for women who are done with chaos and ready for calm. Women who want practical wisdom, not empty promises. It dives deeper into everything we're talking about today. How to set boundaries without burning bridges. How to silence the guilt that's been your constant companion. How to build a life where peace isn't something you chase but something you live in. If this resonates with you, I've dropped the link in the description below. The pinned comment doesn't work with links, so check the description if you want to explore it. No pressure, just an option for going deeper. Now, let's talk about what guilt actually is. Guilt isn't proof that you're doing something wrong. Most of the time, guilt is just old programming telling you that your needs don't matter as much as everyone else's. That programming was installed decades ago by a world that needed you small and accommodating. But you're not small, you never were. You just learned to fold yourself up to fit into other people's expectations. And now it's time to unfold. Here's what changes when you practice saying no. Your relationships become more honest. The people who stay are the ones who value you, not just what you do for them. Your energy returns because you're not pouring from an empty cup anymore. And most importantly, You start to remember who you were before the world told you to disappear. There's something beautiful waiting on the other side of your first real no. It's not loneliness like you fear. It's spaciousness, room to breathe, room to choose, room to simply be without performing or proving or pleasing. Imagine waking up and your first thought isn't, "What does everyone need from me today?" Imagine it being, "What do I need today?" That shift, that simple shift, changes everything. And the women in your life who are also learning this, they'll see your boundaries and feel permission to build their own. You're not just freeing yourself, you're showing other women what's possible. Before we close, I want to leave you with something practical, an exercise you can do today, right now, to start building your no muscle without the guilt. Here it is. Think of one small thing you've been saying yes to that drains you, just one. Maybe it's a weekly phone call that feels like an obligation. Maybe it's a commitment you made months ago that you dread. Whatever it is, write it down. Now practice saying no out loud. Stand in front of a mirror if you need to. Say, "I can't do that anymore," or "That doesn't work for me." Say it until it stops feeling foreign in your mouth. Say it until you hear your own voice claiming space. Then, the next time that request comes, you'll be ready. Your voice won't shake. Your resolve won't crumble, because you've already practiced honoring yourself. You've earned the right to say no. You've earned the right to peace. You've earned the right to spend your energy on what brings you joy instead of what brings you obligation. This isn't about becoming harsh or unkind. It's about becoming honest. It's about living the rest of your life on your terms, not everyone else's. So here's my invitation to you. Start small. Say no to one thing this week. Notice how it feels. Notice who respects it and who doesn't. And then keep going. Your peace is waiting. Your freedom is waiting. And the woman you're becoming, the one who knows her worth and protects her energy, she's been waiting too. Go gently, go bravely, and remember, you're not alone in this. I'll see you in the next one.